Hi everyone, welcome to another PSC session. Today we are going to discuss a problem named stock it up. So let's move to the description part. Due to a recent pandemic announcement, we need to make a stock requirement generator where all the items required for the week with price are given. Like for 1 week, the flour we need is 5 kilogram, rice 2 kilogram, sugar 2 kilogram, and so on with their respective prices. Okay, per unit. Like if it is rice per kg, and if it's bread per packet, and milk and oil per liters. Okay. So the users will give n number of weeks for stock calculation, like for how many weeks you want to stock your, these items. Okay. So with a list of 7 elements with 0 and 1 representing each item in the list. If the element is 0, then that item is not required by the person. Otherwise, it is required. Okay. So the output should be overall cost of the items for that number of weeks. So we need to output the sum of the whole value. Okay. So let's move to the approach part regarding this. Okay. I think the description is self-explanatory. Okay, so I will not explain it further. So let's move to the approach part. First, let's calculate the item's price for a week for each item and save them in an array. Okay, because every item's list is going to be provided. Okay, so to make the calculation easier, let's first calculate the total amount for an item needed for a week. Okay, like for a week, we need flours 5 kilograms. Okay, and multiplied by its price per kg. So for a week, flour's total price is 550 rupees. Similarly, with the rice, 240 rupees, sugar 84 rupees, pulse 159 rupees, bread 80 rupees, milk 160 rupees, oil 252 rupees. These are prices for the week. Okay, so let's just save it in an array. Okay, so similarly, these are the respective indexes of the serial number of the items also. Okay, where the price for the week has been stored. Okay, so let's keep it in mind. This is our first step. Then next, now as in the input, we are going to be provided with the two things. What are those things? First, n, the number of weeks, and second thing is a list of items needed, marked as 1 if needed and 0 if not, at their respective indexes or serial numbers. Okay, so let's take a look from the sample input. Because the sample input given is first n number of weeks. Okay, so first the number of weeks and list of 0 1 representing the requirement of the items. Okay, like this. Okay, and the list of items required. So list of items can be represented in the form of array like this, right? 0 1 1 1 double 0 1. Let's see again. 0 1 1 1 double 0 and 1. Okay, so it's a similar list. Now what we'll do next? What should be our approach? Because now we know the list and each item have some index. Okay, so we don't need to refer to the name of the items because we already know this. The list is going to be in the same order only. Okay, nothing is going to be changed. So, and we have already calculated price per week for the respective items, right? So now if you multiply this, so if the item in the list is represented by 0, means it is not required. So if we multiply 0 with its price per week, what will we get? 0 multiplied by 550 means 0. Okay, so that's why we are just simply multiplying these things, because see, we are multiplying items with of the respective indexes only. Index 1 item will be multiplied with index 1 only, 2 with index 2 only. Okay, that way. So that way, what will we will get something, some values. The price of all the items per week, right? Because it's per week price. So whatever items we need, this will give us price for all the items that we need per week. Okay, and how many weeks do we need? In the input is given 4 weeks we need, right? Items for 4 week. Okay, so we'll multiply 4 with each and every item, because these are the prices for 1 week. So we will multiply it by 4 so that every item's price for 4 week will be calculated. Okay, and then at last what we will do here, See here, so multiplication result will be, look like this, okay? The items we didn't need, those prices are zero only, okay? Like this, this, and this. And what we need is multiplied and then multiplied by 4. So here it is. So at final, because they want us to print the output in this way. Output should be the overall cost of the item for that number of weeks, okay? Like here, 2940 only. So to get that, we need to to do the sum of all these, okay? So how will it look like? 0 plus 960 plus 336 plus 636 plus 1008 will give me 2940 at final. Okay, that's my final price. So I think we pretty much understood the whole approach. So let's move to the pseudocode part. Okay, step 1, calculate price per week and store in an array. I've already showed you how to do that. So PPW, price per week array, have price of items required for a week at the respective indexes. Okay, and next we have list of items and n from the input. What is that list? Is 0 111 001. Okay, and n we already know. So what do we need to do? We need to multiply price per week with the list of items and then further multiply by number of weeks for the respective items or the respective sale numbers. Okay, and then add them all. That is, so to do that, we can use a single for loop. Okay, we know there are 7 items. It is already given the question. That's why I have written 7 here. Sum is the variable which will store the sum of all the values. Okay, and here we are multiplying price per week with the list of items with, and then for the number of weeks. Okay, that way we'll get a final output. So that's all for this session. I hope you understood it very well. Thank you. We'll meet in another session.